Will not be a walk in the park for London-based Queen's Counsel, that is Counsel Qureshi, to successfully convict Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu over corruption allegations unless he received 100% positive support in and outside the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. That is the view of majority of the legal minds in the country, even as the DPP, that is Nurdin Haji, suffered his first setback today. Our senior political affairs reporter Chris Thairu spoke to several legal experts, including Sharad Rao, who was at one time the DPP himself, of the challenges the Queen's Counsel is likely to face.
It was his first public appearance at the Milimani High Court since he was appointed by the DPP as the lead prosecutor in the case against Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu. London-based Queen's Counsel, Professor Counsel Qureshi, who has been practicing law for the last 30 years, landed into the country with confidence of nailing the DCJ. This is despite Thursday's setback.
As a barrister, Queen's Counsel of England, I'm instructed by governments all over the world. I've done work for governments in Africa, against governments in Africa. I've acted for the UK government on hundreds of cases, including mutual legal assistance, extradition, many international arbitrations, many public international law matters.
But according to former chairman of the Judges and Vetting Board and a one-time deputy director of public prosecution between 1980 and 1983, Sharad Rao, this might just be the beginning of the obstacles that the Queen's Counsel is likely to face during the hearing of the case.
If any of the DPPs from DPP's office look to him as a hindrance to their future, to their potential to becoming more senior in the positions they are holding, or eventually to be the DPP when Mr. Haji retires, I think steps should be taken to ensure that those people are brought into confidence and say, look, this is an exception to the rule. This is the reason that I have brought him.
Sentiment supported by constitutional lawyer Dennis Anyoka.
If the person who has been gazetted as a prosecutor for judicial officers does not get the full cooperation and is not being informed on how to go about the full preservation of the evidence, then he's likely to be frustrated because the evidence that he will want to produce might easily be tampered with or be affected in the fullness of time.
Although the lawyers agreed that the DPP was within his constitutional right to seek services from outside, they also noted that chances of sabotage were very high.
He is a stranger to this country. He's coming into a completely new situation where he does not know who works in the DPP's office. He is not conversant with the DCI's office.
And somebody independent, somebody who will not be scared of what both the divide will have, needs to become on board. And that is what the DPP has done. I think in the circumstances, he didn't have much choice. That is a better option.
Among the lawyers that the Queen Counsel is likely to face include Senior Counsel James Orengo, John Haminwa, Okongo Mogeni, Julie Soweto, and Nelson Harvey.
In 28, 30 years, I've acted for states in front of the International Court of Justice. I've done multi-billion-dollar disputes, arbitrations, commercial court cases. Every single case has its own challenges.
It is not the first time that the Kenyan government is seeking legal assistance from outside the country. And even as the Queen's Counsel continue to wait for the verdict of the court next year, the office of the DPP will still be facing the challenge of ensuring that all the corruption cases are concluded and convictions made. Chris Thairu, KTN News.